messages on an average each day as per a market research firm, and we live in a brand saturated world. Hence the need for branding exists. How does a brand break its clutter and go right to their target audience? What is a brand? In a very simple word, as she rightly said, my dear friend, brand is to create a unique image in the minds of people. I would put it in a more simple manner, again from the real world. Brands are feelings. When you go to shopping mall and you pick up Kellogg's, you know it's a healthy cereal. Health comes when you think of Kellogg's. You pick up Maggie. It's a quick dish, something that you can make quickly. Brand is what you feel for a product. Brand is a reputation. What do you think when you think of Indigo? Anybody? Indigo? Yes?
On time.
Bang on. Maggie, I've just said. Amir Khan. It's unanimous. Look at the brand positioning this person has in the minds of people. So consistent. Everybody said the same word. Goa. See, and Apple. That's a role, or that's the job of a great brand, to be consistent in its communication and imagery. Brand is reputation. So, if you feel, these are different feelings that comes to mind when you go shopping and you pick up a product. Economical, it has a wide reach, innovative, so different sets of feelings that comes to your mind. It is as similar, okay, brand is nothing but people. So you met somebody, and the way the person interacted with you, you developed an opinion about the person. Who is he? Now, this is we the people. So after, when you listen to Donald Trump, his speeches, his policies, his statements, you develop an opinion. And when you interact with the person again and again, your opinion gets firm and more firm and more firm, and eventually a positioning is created. That is what exactly that happens with a brand. Everything you do and say influences your reputation of the brand. Everything that you do. Any product innovation, on-time service, after-sales service, what value you offer to your client or to your customer. And brand manager gets involved everywhere. Now, I was lucky enough to pass out in the year 2007. And there is something very unique about that era, 2005 and 7. It was a year of digital transformation. Earlier, our marketing was all about giving ads in newspaper, ads in TV, and hoardings, plain vanilla advertising, product shot, tagline, logo, and where to buy from. Over. 2005-7 actually was quite a revolutionary year. I'll tell you why. It was a year of digital era. YouTube started 2005, Facebook 2006. Book My Show, I'm sure all of you now book your tickets from Book My Show, which was in 2007. And before that, we didn't even know the concept of online ticket booking. An iPhone was launched in India in 2007. Right at that time, I got a chance to work with CNN-IBN, the news channel. And there, all the brands, all the big brands advertised in CNN-IBN. None of them wanted a plain vanilla advertising. No, they did not want the ad, which was anyways running. They wanted something else. Now, what was that something else? It was content. It was content that everybody wanted. I'll tell you what is. This is a report. I'll come back to what is content marketing. This is a report by PwC, 2007 report. So if you just look at the yellow part that I've highlighted, they had made certain prediction for the growth of entertainment industry. The migration to digital formats is gaining momentum, which will soon be a reality in India. Distribution of entertainment content over digital and mobile platform will gain popularity. And today we are here. We have videos running on our WhatsApps, and we are so much on e-commerce and everything, which was not there at that time. And that's what they had predicted, and that is so correct. Shift from traditional marketing to content marketing is what started in 2007. And the difference. Would anybody like to say something on content marketing? Traditional marketing and content marketing. Traditional marketing is, you're reading a magazine, you're watching a show, you're very interested in the content, and you're like right indulged in the content, okay, what's happening in that show? You are completely in it. Suddenly, it stops, and there comes a product. And the product says, forget about the content, look at me, buy me. It is so interrupting. Traditional marketing was interrupting someone's engagement in content with your own message. Content marketing is when you provide content to people that they would like to engage with, and at the same time that content is your ad. So an ad works like a content to people. I would flip this slide. Too much content. I'll just come to, okay. Let me show this to you. Now this is, now there was this company, Phillips. They are cigarette manufacturers. And I was handling content in CNN IBM. And I pitched them, I wanted them to do a show with us, which was based on their vision of women empowerment. So they run a series of awards where they recognize women who have excelled and who have made a difference, who are empowered women. And we did a show together. I'll just show you the clip of their ad. It is not a content, but it is a content ad.
गॉडफ्रे फिलिप्स ब्रेवरी में हमारा मानना है कि बहादुरी केवल शारीरिक ताकत नहीं, ये इंसाफ के लिए लड़ाई हो सकती है, या फिर भेदभाव के खिलाफ मुकाबला, अपनी आवाज उठाकर या खामोश रहकर। बहादुरी है धरती को नया जीवन देना, अपना हाथ बढ़ाना या सहयोग देना। गॉडफ्रे फिलिप्स ब्रेवरी में हम पहचानते हैं कि बहादुरी के अनेक रूप हैं। ये जरूरी नहीं कि आप कौन सा चुनें, जरूरी ये है कि आप चुनें। बहादुरी से जीना है सर उठा के जीना। अगर आपने या आपके किसी परिचित ने बहादुरी का कोई काम किया है तो अपने नामांकन गॉडफ्रे फिलिप्स ब्रेवरी अवार्ड्स पर मुझे भेजें।
This is a very good example of content marketing.
गॉडफ्रे फिलिप्स ब्रेवरी में हमारा मानना है कि बहादुरी केवल शारीरिक ताकत नहीं।
Here they are not talking about their product. They are not telling people to buy my cigarettes. They are just talking something very relevant, which people would love to listen and participate. Some more examples are in newspaper. This was a television example. Now I will show you a newspaper example. Shah Rukh Khan had once played this ad in Dish TV of being an old guy. Now this appeared as a news piece in Bombay Times. Like, hey, look what Shah Rukh is up to. And it says, Shah Rukh Khan in Dish TV's new campaign, wife Gauri and kids share a Ghar Aayi Zindagi moment together. Where again they are not saying Dish TV is great, you should put up Dish TV at your homes, nothing about Dish TV, but simply what Shah Rukh is up to these days. Wisdom's the secret of beauty. This is Ole, Delhi Times lead news of the paper, where Kajol is talking about what beauty means to her while she's holding Ole in her hand. Ranbir Kapoor, how fun he has when he drives Micra. He's just talking about his fun thing. There is nothing about Micra here. This is Hrithik Roshan and his collection that he's wearing in kites, the movie Kites, which is of Provoke. This is Deepika Padukone, and she's talking about, how she carries Neutrogena with her whenever she's out shooting for her movies. This is all content. And this is about how these bunch of women can't get their hands off this guy in a dark temptation party, which is acts. So this is all content. And Times of India is and especially the supplements, they are gossip papers. Readers like to know about their stars, what they are doing, what they like, what they don't like. And hence the content has been developed like this. So this is again content. So what is content? Content, there are different platforms of content marketing. Just like the way you can put your ad in a magazine, TV, outdoor, similarly you can put your content on print, TV, video, webinar, emails, websites, online advertising, social media platforms. Trust me, right now, marketing is all about content marketing. And if you want to excel, if you're looking for a career in marketing, this is something you will have to feel excited about. You will have to work upon your skills in content marketing. After Times of India, CNN again, the role got a little monotonous and I wanted to do something different. That is when I moved to HT as a brand manager. And I worked there for about 4 years as a brand manager, and it was immensely rich experience for me. A lot of things to learn. And I would tell you what are the different roles of a brand manager in a media industry to give you a very realistic vision and help you decide what you really want to do with your future going forward. Brand managers are guardians of brand guidelines and reinstate brand thoughts in all interactions. When I say brand guidelines, what I mean is the color of the brand, the font of the brand, the size of the font, the tagline, the disclaimers, all the elements of a brand. And it's not easy, trust me. One sign from here to an inch there and you're gone. Brand is very coveted. You have to maintain the brand guidelines strictly. So, Hindustan, for example, it was very difficult to maintain this color burgundy. It's a mix of 3-4 colors. It was tough for us to ensure every time it prints, it gives us this color, burgundy color. The font. There's this Hindi Kshetra number 1 akhbar. The Kshetra has a small asterisk there to explain what the Kshetra is, like, which is Uttarakhand, Bihar, Jharkhand. That's a disclaimer. So all these elements, they are brand elements. And brand manager is responsible that whichever communication is made, an ad, an email, anything, it is followed. This is the second role. What is this? Blow your? Yeah. So blow your own trumpet. That's another role of a brand manager. In a newspaper, there are 2 sets of customers that a newspaper has. Consumers and customers. You would know the difference between a consumer and a customer? Yeah?
Customer is the person who actually purchases the product and the consumer is the person who actually consumes the product.
Okay. Okay, would you like to explain it a little more?
Okay. For example, for example, my father purchased the ET for us, and he actually never read this, and we actually read this, and my father is the customer for the ET, and we are the consumers for the ET.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thanks. Thank you so much. For a newspaper, as she rightly said, the consumer part is perfectly right. The customer is from where we get money, who pays us. And for a newspaper, majority and chunk of money come from its advertisers. Its advertisers are its big customers. And they are the bread and butter of a paper, and that is what they have to take care of, more than anything else. And this is for the advertisers, where we keep telling them, hey, we are number 1. Hey, my TRP is highest in this week. We lead the genre. So, you have to blow your own trumpet. The claims could be the readership of your paper, circulation, TRP ratings, market share, awards received. And this could be in the ads that you publish. You can insert pamphlets in your competition paper. You can run some votings. You can run promo ads on your channel. You can run ads in cross channels. You can send emailers to your clients, to media agencies, and run digital ads on websites. That is what the claim we made for all our advertisers. We are number one, quoting our competitor, Denic Jagran, figure as well. It's very, very cutthroat. We can clearly beat the other competitor and we can be straight here, blowing your own trumpet. Another role, the third role of a brand manager is to work towards company goals. Brand manager is the eye and ear of the CEO of the company. He should know everything that's happening in a company and work towards the goals. Case study is Ghaziabad market. When I was a brand manager, I was a brand manager for this region, Delhi NCR. We were doing pretty well in Delhi market. Ghaziabad was a new market for us. We are leaders in Bihar, UP, everywhere, but Ghaziabad was new. So as a part of strategy, we wanted to move to a new market development, and that was the target for the year, to increase our paper circulation in Ghaziabad. We were number 3 that time, where Denic Jagran and Amar Ujala were number 1 and number 2, respectively. Now, how did we go about this? This is what I'm going to take you through. It was in 5 steps. Step 1, brand visibility. The first step, we ensured that the brand was visible in terms of outdoors. Wherever my consumer goes, he sees Hindustan. Step number 2, understanding the pain points of customers. You must have read somewhere, in order to be a good marketer, you should know the needs of people. And that's exactly what I'm talking here. The pain points. Once you know the pain points, you go and you engage with your customers. Once you engage, you start selling your product to them. Once you start selling, you will have to take care of after sales. Increase brand visibility. I'll just show you some examples. This is the Ghaziabad market, and we ensure that we are present in the length and breadth of the city. Close signboards, time branding, shop boards, no parking boards. So all the signs that you see, we ensure we are present all over the market. Brand visibility. These are some of the examples. No parking boards. Tanks. Tanks was very low cost and had a lot of life. And it was visible from a distance when someone is driving on the road. Shop boards. My consumers are from Ghaziabad, SEC A and B. So when they go to shops to buy, they should see my brand. Umbrella branding. Second point, understand the pain points of your customers. So what we tried was, we did a little survey in Ghaziabad market. What are the problems that the citizens of Ghaziabad face from their city? We did a survey. We did panel discussions. We did college surveys. We asked people to drop in messages and calls to us. We did a mall activation. That's all we did. And we received some 5,000 entries, and 50% people admitted Ghaziabad women's safety was a big problem. We got to know that. And basis this pain point, we targeted our brand campaign. There we were, we took our brand to people and we ran a campaign, which I will take you through now. It doesn't have a voice to it right now, but it's very clear. These videos were played in all the colleges and all the RWAs wherever we went there. Have a look. When we went to them with this campaign, they welcomed us because this was their pain point. They were ready to listen to us. They were ready to engage with us. This campaign, so the tagline for Hindustan is "Tarakki ko chahiye naya nazariya." So the campaign focused at being positive and towards development. The solution-led and work towards development Tarakki approached women in government colleges, RWAs with a training session on martial arts. They're telling them about their legal rights and informing them about cyber security. Today women are so insecure and so unsafe on Facebook and other places. We wanted to tell them about cyber security. And people welcomed us. That's the time when you pitch your product. That's the time when people are already engaged with your brand, is when you sell your product. Step 4 is by sales department, which were there to take the bookings of people, and step 5 after sales services. Currently, as you already know, I'm a brand manager. I'm a digital marketing and brand manager for fashion brand Valencia. I take care of e-commerce business, social media, website development, exhibitions, events, associations. I'll show you again a small slide on what we did for Mr. India. We were the sponsors for Mr. India 2017. I'll just show you this one. All these contestants are wearing our socks, and this all appeared in Zoom TV. It was all here in Zoom. And we are one of the judges.
You are not, so you cannot be normal, So when you are going somewhere, make sure that your avatar or something you're wearing should be very little person, and you have to be comfortable. When you are comfortable, then you are just there. You just get highlighted.
Criteria, you want somebody who can carry out garments as well as look strong when he walks into a room. But you want to look at a personality that has confidence, has style, has an attitude that says I'm somebody. Not just around somebody who is good looking and has the perfect body but has absolutely nothing else with him. So I think those are the elements that one is looking for in the judges.
I'm Nishi Agarwal, brand manager with Valencia Socks. I'm here at interim with Mr. India 2017 judge Valencia Top Model Contest. It was great being here. Contestants were equally good. All the 16 of them, it was really tough to choose the top 3. We had tried to be fair, but we had arrived at the top ones and really appreciate it.
Top model is all about style, attitude, confidence. And that is what the brand Valencia is all about. It was a perfect fit for us to be part of this campaign. And I will not take much time, so my last slide is the key takeaways, which I would like you, I'm sure you will not remember all of this, gang. So there are 4 things that I would like you to remember, which will help you in your life, which is play on your strengths. I was never good at all the subjects, but I played on my strengths, which I was good at, which is confidence and a little enthusiasm about life. Keep reinventing yourself. Life is a journey. So if you land up in a job, doesn't mean you want to stick there all your life. Understand your strengths, keep adding skills to yourself, keep adding certifications, and keep studying. Studying is very important. You can't do, really, you will not excel without studies. So always remember that. Marketing is most enjoyable and dynamic profession. That's one thing about marketing which is not there in any other profession. And if you are not enjoying your job, means either you you're not in the wrong profession or you're in a wrong company. Always remember, jobs are fun to be with. If you love your work, job will be very easy for you. So I'm done, and this is it from my side. And if there's any questions from your side, please feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer.